What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Echo 4. It's your boy Ken Sign. Back here to wrap up this first season of Book of Boba Fett. So before we before we get into that, let's first introduce the rest of the crew.
It's your boy.
Yeah, I'm Booty Monique.
Fuck it. It's your boy, the Mad Prince.
And it's your girl Drea.
All right, and as I mentioned, yeah, we did a little mid-season review on Book of Boba Fett. It was like a few, like two, three, four episodes, two, three, and four. And yeah, so now we're going to talk about the last three episodes, five, six, seven, and I'm not gonna do it in any order or anything. We're just gonna just jumble them all into one group, just so we just.
We gonna go through the last couple of episodes. Let's just talk about the whole thing.
I know that's
Let's
what I'm
talk
just
about the
saying. That's why I'm
whole
sick.
thing.
Can you let me talk? Dang, girl, you hush.
I know it's been a minute since we record.
I just. You
And
gonna
it's
host?
showing.
You hosting? You hosting?
No, nigga.
Hush. All right. Let me continue.
I'll shut the fuck
All right,
up.
as I was. We're just gonna guys keep talking about the all this and starting off with just any first impressions. Since Brittany seems adamant on speaking up, let you go first. What's your thoughts, Britt?
Thank you. I got so much to fucking say
Grab the
about
mic.
the Book of Boba Fett.
We got a little
That's
Kevin
the
Hart
vibe
moment right
off
now.
too.
A little Kevin Hart moment.
Okay.
That's the fire. Dun, dun.
Why was the show
Made.
made in the first place? What was the point? Because I thought we were gonna learn more about Boba Fett, and we did. We learned some stuff, but I thought there was gonna be more of like his story. This man barely said a whole paragraph in his whole goddamn show. He barely talked, and I'm just like, what's the motivation? It's very, very, very weak. The motivation they provided, and what was those two episodes with Mando? I wanted Mandalorian season 3 at that point. I was done with Boba. I was done. It was nothing else I was gonna learn. The Tusken Raider stuff was real cool. Other than that, why do you want to be Daimyo? What is this? So yes, I got more specifics, but I'm a stop it here because I can rant on and on. And I'm not trying to do that, but somebody else could take the mic.
She's gonna find her stand now.
It's right here.
Trifling ass.
Other first impressions? Well, just impressions from the whole shebang.
Go ahead,
Uh, um. Uh. Besides Mando, which was clearly the star of this shit, and made the whole series actually worth a damn. Cobb Vannis was that nigga. I'm gonna keep it a buck, boy. Yo, Cobb Vannis was that nigga. I
Loved it.
love that shit,
The-
Joe. He
There's
came out with the with the gun. He like, hey, y'all crossed the line. Y'all better
Voice.
and go back. And then he came on that bullshit, shot him up. The last one looked like he wanted to reach. Hey, take it through, niggas. I ain't with it. I ain't with the bullshit. Take it through. And damn, and fucking yo, Cad Bane ass is dead. Yes,
Oh, you are happy.
so badly.
Okay. Well, we can talk about
Yeah,
that later.
yeah. Wait.
That lanky ass Smurf got. Hell,
Not Smurf. You called this man a Smurf?
nigga, that lanky ass
Bob.
Smurf
The,
got.
the disrespect. The disrespect.
Cold-blooded
No,
killer.
you must be talking about some shit. Why? It's a different conversation.
Fuck him. Fuck everybody
The
that's
Smurfs too?
Felix.
The Avatar? Avatar? Oh, okay.
What?
Tar.
Avatar, what about them?
James Cameron.
They do weird shit with their ponytails. I'm good. Do weird shit with their ponytails. I'm cool on all that shit. Nigga, they got a whole hentai tentacle in their back of the head. No, I'm good. I'm cool on all that shit.
Anything they done in Star Wars?
Treya, what about you?
a little bit closer. Yeah, I forgot which episode, but I stopped
You would
following it weekly.
any fucking day. That's me.
You said what?
I just thought I didn't follow it weekly. At some point, it's like I'm gonna get to it when I get to it,
Mm.
and I'm like, oh, we got to record for this. I should finally get to it.
Only because you had to, because you had a recording.
I'm like, damn, we got to review it. So, but unfortunately, when I finally got back on, it was my son. I'm like, I can watch it. My baby's here. I'm excited. My son's here. Like, damn, that's all it did. It made me miss, Mandalorian. I was happy to see my baby. Can't walk worth
Yep.
for shit. That Luke Skywalker got to like scoop his ass up every so many steps. Like, come
You the
on,
force
come on.
force toss like he's like a sandbag or something.
Yeah.
Come on, ass on up.
Fucked up. You could have carried the nigga. Like, goddamn.
I mean, you could have.
He's 50. He ain't.
And it's like, nah, he's like, he was tired of carrying Yoda. He's like, nah, I ain't carrying it. I'll let the force handle this.
I mean, I would use the force like that too on some stupid shit. So
That ain't stupid. That's genius.
he could just clearly hold the baby, but it's fine.
Man, hey, if y'all had the force, y'all be doing some shit too. I'm just saying. Y'all be...
Like, that's a cute ass baby.
I would want to hold him.
That's like doing the most unnecessary. That's like using the force for like the most mundane shit. That's the problem. Like, yo,
Most humans would though. That if we had that power, it would just be the most normal shit we use the force for.
I could summon the beer from the fridge. Why don't you walk, nigga?
No,
What's wrong with you, bro?
Especially in this country.
please.
we love a
You ain't never
convenient
got to
moment.
search for that remote control. You just bring it to you every time.
This country, problem.
Oh yeah, no. The force should never be in America. That's all.
No, it'd be
Who gets it? That's the problem.
it disturbed. We would go and descend to chaos so quickly.
Oh yeah.
Anarchy. But yeah, for me, yeah, I was like, yeah, what is for me? It was the Book of Fennec Shan. That's what it was. Like,
Man.
she ran the show pretty much for this dude. Like he said it though. Like when he recruited her, it's like, I need brains and brawn, and he's like, you have both. And she was showing it through this whole time. Like, not only is she like telling him what to do, basically, but also like doing the shit too. Like we'll get into it, but like, yeah, she. It just, I feel like this has been more about like Fennec Shan and like how dope she is, and yeah, I feel like they just use the character of Boba Fett just to like proceed with Mandalorian 2.5, season 2.5, basically, and I don't know. I really don't like this move, Disney. I don't like it at all.
I'm glad that they did that shit with Mando though. Got like, cause like that was like a really unresolved plot point about Mando's and like Grogu's relationship. He got that shit out the way, so season 3 they can just jump in right to the adventure.
Yeah, that's how you know season 3 about to be in some shit. Cause, but yeah, we'll talk about that too. So yeah, so we'll switch it up now. We'll just go to, let's talk about all our dislikes, which I feel like will be a laundry list. So,
This called a pipe to the chest, so I'm good. And that nigga got done in with a fucking Tusken Raider staff or whatever the fuck. Just
I hate that he went out that way. I really like that character.
but is he dead though? Is he dead though? That's the thing. Like,
Right, cause you saw that
yeah,
little
chest
right
to
there.
beeping. It's
Yep.
like,
Yep. I was like, man, that nigga gonna call
yeah, it's like, yeah, I like.
that nigga, but there's literally no reason for him to be alive at this point. I don't
How
see.
do you know his anatomy? We don't even know if that's his heart, where his heart is at. You know his anatomy?
Yo, if you get impaled, I guarantee you fuck.
Hey, Rick from Walking Dead got impaled, and that nigga got a
Really?
whole nother movie.
Talking about a nigga with plot armor.
Rick
now.
Grimes.
You talking about a nigga with plot armor, literally.
Okay, this man might have flat armor too because people like him. Why would you kill a character that people like?
Because that's what happens a lot.
Literally had a whole other show to like build his ass up. Like if there was gonna be into that character, let it be now. Let him die at the hands of the motherfucker he used to mentor.
Boba wasn't even. Man, I guess maybe it goes back to the feeling I have about Boba Fett. I just felt like he
that's
was just kind of
yeah, just
he
there.
wasn't a badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like okay, oh, he gets killed by a Boba Fett that don't even know what the fuck he really wants to do. He just don't want to be a bounty hunter no more. Fuck out of here.
So like I just don't like Cad Bane. So
I know you don't like Cad Bane, but
Fuck Cad Bane.
a lot of people like Cad Bane.
A lot of people are idiots too.
But it's like, especially since like there was like the leaked the footage at the original part of season 6 of Clone Wars was supposed to have Cad Bane and Boba Fett in that shoot off. That's how Boba got that dent on his helmet. Um, but you know, some people were expecting something more similar to that, but they're still like, is but
He
yeah.
deserved better. If that's his death, that shit is whack as fuck for that character. He's a badass bounty hunter to just be killed by a fucking lukewarm ass fucking Boba Fett.
But
No.
but at the same time,
Fuck that.
they're also both old as fuck at this point. Like this is after episode 6, so like this is how. Oh, imagine how Cad Bane. This is another reason. Like there were all the controversy about how he looked in this. And let's talk about that real quick. How do you think he looked when it comes from like going from the 3D animation to live action? Do you feel like they did a good job, or was it bad? Because there's been a lot of controversy talk about that.
It had, yeah.
They're gonna adapt that shit either way. Like motherfuckers didn't like the fact that Ahsoka's like fucking head tentacles were much shorter than compared to others.
I might have been one of those people, but I got
You were. You're like, why
I
her
wish
legs ain't long?
I
I'm
wish
like,
her
choreography.
when you said that too, I was like, that makes sense.
So it really doesn't really fucking matter.
He looked fine.
Yeah,
I thought he looked fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna translate well. Wait, I'm hearing myself echo.
It's off again.
That's in. It's Ken. Okay. Anyway, fuck it. So yeah, it's like you see like the art style of like oh my god, this is speech jamming me. I fucking so you see the art style of like the 3 animated shit, and then you see like how it's hard to adapt into like live action. So there's going to be some compromises for the sake of filming, especially if they're going to be doing action scenes and shit. So
Yeah, and it totally makes sense. So I feel like people kind of going in about how he looked don't realize like how much work goes into trying to take a 3D character to live action, especially because it's not a human, it's an alien.
I'm gonna put my finger up. Y'all saying live action as if that wasn't 3D. Let's keep it a buck. You taking something highly
It was one of those
stylized
Lion King situation where
to
everybody
a
was
whole new
going.
hyper realistic art direction. It ain't, you're gonna have to do some nip and tuck. Either way, he still had the energy. He was still menacing as fuck. So I wasn't bothered.
The voice, yes.
Yeah, they didn't use the same voice actor. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was
fuck
just. It was
that,
just
man.
He was still menacing as fuck. So I was like, okay.
Also, another.
That's on quick.
That nigga was dusty.
He did look a little ashy in this one, but then again, it's Tatooine.
Yeah, who
I
can
mean, he
moisturize
is
the
blue.
Tatooine besides the brother in there?
He is blue. He like them sisters from Proud Family. That's so ashy. They just blue.
Dang.
The sisters,
Cad
it took
Bane.
a while to realize they were ashy, and that's why they were
Yeah.
blue.
Literally, they
Yeah.
said it at like the end of the season. That's what it was, and I was just like, oh, that's how you portray ashy,
Ashy?
blue.
Okay. I thought they
Okay.
were just dark.
Right, me too. I would talk about the Proud Family, the first 2 episodes, but in another
Another
setting.
time.
Yeah.
Instead, we still signed Book of Boba Fett.
It's just
Yeah.
it's Book of Fennec Shan, and
Okay,
that's
that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Future
so she
Mando
she
and
she
Baby Yoda.
she did the damn thing in this season, or this series with her. Like, but yeah, another thing I dislike. There's a lot of things I dislike. The whole, even just the fact that I felt like they used the character of Boba Fett so terribly in this whole thing. The whole
I
battle,
feel bad for you.
that whole battle was like, it reminded me of how bad of a strategy the Battle of Winterfell was in Game of Thrones.
Ooh.
Like that's this, yeah, just everything from the strategy, how it went down. It's like this is terrible. Like the,
Hey, but think about it, right? We have Finnick and Boba, and they're bounty hunters. Are they really like equipped to come up with a strategy for like hitting different points and stuff in like a fight? Like, do they have that knowledge to do it?
yeah, they
Because they
have because
usually go off solo and do their own thing. Like,
well,
how do you be like,
they
okay,
both
these
fought in the
people need to
Clone
be
Wars.
here? Yeah, but I don't know. I'm just thinking like if you're not good at that, I just felt that that shit was not going to be a good strategy if you're not used to doing strategies like that. It's hard. War is hard, or battles are
Yeah.
hard.
I mean, if you're used to just making one target rather than having multiple targets be wary of,
Right.
yeah, you gonna have some gross oversight.
Mhm. Mhm.
But also
My
like,
problem was this shit was so isolated. I guess I expected more of an adventure from different planets and whatnot, but since they made it so
Mhm.
self-contained,
Mhm.
so they don't have to worry about, the plot getting out of their hands, it's like felt
Yeah,
kind of bland to me.
I hated that shit because I'm like, yo, space western. I mean, you can have a space western, but you need both western and space, and it's like the western was already not as good as it should have been. And you take the space element out of it, then fuck you got. That's why when like episode 5, Return of the Mandalorian, when we actually saw some space shit, I'm like, thank God, thank God,
Mhm. And
yes.
wasn't it cool?
I'm like, yes, we finally
That
get to see some space shit,
yes, whatever.
and
Like, ow.
literally called Star Wars,
no,
nigga.
it's
I'm tired
First
of
of all,
standing
yeah,
high on this shit.
that's one of my problems with Disney as a whole, with the Disney era of Star Wars. Like, why are we spending so much fucking time on Tatooine? Can we pick another fucking planet?
Is
And
it
no,
Oh,
because
we
and
it's
no,
already
like
and we
said
did,
we
and
already
okay,
said
actually,
why.
no, we did.
We already said why. Budget.
and
You ain't
like
got to do.
that's
You ain't
what
got to.
people know, right?
But the thing
It's
is,
not even
Like
that.
regular
there
You ain't got
people.
to.
there were
Not even
other
that. You ain't
sand
got to build
planets.
a. You ain't got to build a set for sand.
They could build
I
a
mean,
snow planet. It's just, yeah, it's the same
I
thing.
mean,
Just
that's
change the
all
color.
3D.
It's
Ain't
just
nobody.
Right. It's all
Ain't nobody
3D.
trying to freeze. They ass on like
they
we ain't
have to be
going back to
freeze.
I
Lost.
just didn't think they were as passionate about this project as I thought. And that's what I think it was for me. I was like, it doesn't seem like a love letter to Boba. Like he was barely doing anything in this
You know
fucking
what?
If
show.
anything, it's discredit.
While I was
Yeah.
watching this, I did felt for like fans like Ken, or just after watching that Boba
Hmm.
Fett documentary. People fell in love with this character before he had a name. He was just in a parade, and they're like, "Who's that motherfucker?
It's like the
I
Right.
want to
mystery
know
of
that
it. It's
motherfucker."
like it will help
And
made them great. Sorry.
then now you have this is like, it just felt too self-contained and kind of generic. Like there's
Yeah.
so many 90s movies I saw, and it's like, oh, it's Dances with Wolves,
Hmm.
where an outsider get taken in by the natives and fall in love with the culture, and then they're kind of fucked. I mean, we just watched Dune, right? Not too long ago.
Yeah,
So it's like,
right?
Yeah.
damn, we're watching the same shit in sand.
Yeah,
Same
you're right.
shit. So it's like,
Yeah.
yo, I was expecting an adventure. I think everybody had different expectations. And I know they just don't want to do too much because you're dealing with a certain portion of time. They ain't trying to do the most, but you played it too safe that it's kind of flat. So flat soda pop.
And that shit nasty.
Nothing but
Hmm.
Still,
cornstarch.
still better than
Cornstarch.
Skywalker. Still better with Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Damn.
agree.
That. Yeah. 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 Because yeah,
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna do that.
that they really just became satire. That like it's like I don't even want to rewatch it. Honestly. I have
It was
not.
on like last weekend. It was the part with Ray and Kylo kiss, and I was just like,
I
Still
still don't,
none.
it
I
still
That
don't feel
shit.
right.
I barely rewatched Last Jedi. It's like it's no,
I
I
haven't
can't.
even watched. I haven't even watched any of them shits, and I own one of them.
The Force Awakens, I would give that one a pass sometimes.
That's the one I own, and that's the one I don't rewatch.
I
Unfortunately, I can't
rewatched
get.
that one.
Unfortunately, I can't get rid of it because
Yeah, like
that
at this
Kylo
point
kid.
for me, like the best Star Wars content Disney came up with has been Rogue One.
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
Rogue One and Mandalorian.
Oh, that last scene of Rogue One, I'm like,
Woo.
It's funny.
I felt that in my feeties. I'm like,
Low
damn.
key. I got Rogue One up on the TV right now. It's on TNT
would you about
Sci-Fi.
to start watching it?
No, it's been on this whole time. I forgot I had it on.
Adorbs.
But yeah, it's like it's yeah, and this is another thing. It's like they're taking content that we love and they're slowly butchering it in like a meat grinder way. That's how I felt like watching through this series. It's like you're just taking the character I love and you're just like putting it through a meat grinder. It's like-
You know what I think though? You know what I think? Like a lot of the story from Legends that they had for Boba Fett, they kind of put it on Mando.
Mhm. Mhm.
And like if
For
they
example,
really
'cause I'm not familiar with Legends.
Mando becomes Mandalorian. I mean not Mando.
Boba Fett,
Boba Fett becomes
Mandalorian.
at some point, and he reunites the clans and shit, and like a lot of like his whole it's weird because remember Jango Fett raised Boba to be Mandalorian, and you really don't see that at all here. And it's just like it's a
Well,
plot point they just kind of dropped.
even in the when they were holed up in his last episode, when they were holed up in the cantina, um, when Mando was like, "I'm sticking with you to the end." Bubba, one of his like the few lines he had is like, "You really believe in that bantha fodder or whatever he said, or that bull crap or whatever,"
Yeah.
and then he's like, "Yeah, this is the way." And he's like, "Good." So, but it was like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's basically show
But at
like
the same
Bubba
time,
doesn't believe in it, so of course he's not going to have the drive or the motivation to want to be Mandalore. But someone who's more in belief of the way, even when he was in belief in one way, but he was lost his way. That's what was shown in episode 5, when he was like, oh, he's no longer Mandalorian, has to go find that the waters now. But that's dropping in that he's going to find his way. He's going to create this new way. So he's gonna make the way.
Poor Boba.
Yeah, it's
Poor
like
guy.
they like I said, meat
Boba
grinder.
became the footnote in his own starring on his
Man,
own show.
that meme made me laugh when Boba Fett becomes a guest star in his own series. I'm like,
Right. I'm like, yo, this nigga literally, he was literally like he had a 1 minute cameo in his own show.
In his own
I'm
show.
like, yo, the disrespect.
That's
So,
how I felt
question.
too.
It's like so.
Wait, I got a question.
so how do y'all feel about this Obi-Wan Kenobi show?
I am not looking forward to it.
I'm a little scared. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm a little
Like
scared.
I
y'all, like
do
this
not
track
care.
record is concerning.
Yeah, it's like this. It's on like it's been like I said. Rogue One has been like the peak, and then
Guess where we are.
it started
Tatooine.
to tick back up with Mandalorian.
We're back
He's
on
holding it back in there.
Tatooine.
Yeah, but it's like there. Yeah, the Tatooine is just pulling us down. Just, see, Anakin was right. Anakin was right.
I hate Sam.
Anakin was right.
I hate
Just
Sam.
saying, I hate.
I hate
I
Sam.
hate Sam.
I'm with him. I feel him. I feel him. I hate it too. I feel it because like
That is
he's,
goddamn planet.
he's like yeah he went and ran a whole empire and stuff, but he keeps going back to that fucking planet. The same. I wonder how. I wish they had a scene of how he felt in episode 4, where he's like, "We're back where? Tatooine? What?" Like
Yeah,
they.
you know what? Now that I think about it, they did not respect
Right.
Luke at all by bringing him back to the one place his father really hated. Like that made no sense. Like, well, he has family. He ain't really related to these niggas like that. They family by like by marriage. That's it. You you could have taken this motherfucker anywhere. Could have trained him yourself.
Wada was more family than than the Lars.
Yeah. Shit, Wada was closer to fucking Anakin than these niggas.
I was gonna ask. I mean, I was curious. I would get into the Luke part of the show because I'm curious about like what y'all thought about that. Having Luke come back. Well, how did he look to y'all? Like,
I'm
are
keep
we
it a
there
buck.
yet? Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Okay.
They really put their nuts on the table on to make young Luke. I'm like, God damn, I had to pause it. I'm like, damn, how fucking they really because
Well, they hired that one guy
what
that.
happened was because what happened was they had hired a YouTuber a while ago
Mhm.
who did deep fakes and shit, and like he did a better deep fake of like young Luke than ILM did with all they fucking budget when they put him in
Man.
season 2, and so they hired him. And then I'm like, yo, they really put their foot in this shit, yo. Like,
Oh yeah.
this like
Well, now
young
they
Luke.
now it means like they about to go all in with their deepfakes now, and they about to, especially that's what
They
made.
don't oversaturate it though, because I feel like this was
We'll
like
see. Now they
that
might.
looked good,
We'll
but
see.
to
It might
with
turn up in
things
his
that's
Obi-Wan.
going, I
See, that's why I didn't focus too much on it because last time it was giving me Uncanny Valley vibes.
yeah.
So it's like I'm gonna just focus on my baby. I ain't gonna look at him.
And we
just-
yeah.
He,
Oh, so you didn't really look at him?
It was just after watching some enough documentaries about how they'd use this tech to make it. It's just there's some spaces like the mouth where it just looked too constrained because it doesn't relate to the cheeks and shit. Ah,
Yeah.
good.
And I would say our eyes are like all of our eyes are kind of trained on that type of stuff too. So we kind of look at it in a way different lens than like an average viewer would.
Nah, fuck
I'm
that.
like, I can't
I
look at you.
ain't trying to look that hard. I'm just trying to have fun.
I look, but it's just because
I just
can't-
noticed
I
it even
noticed.
louder.
Yeah, I just noticed.
I mean,
like,
yeah, I'll
it
notice
looked
it eventually.
better. It definitely looked better, but it was still moments where I was just like, "Oh, I see."
I'll notice it eventually, but again, I'm just looking to be unless it's like egregiously, like egregiously out there, like ugh.
but
No,
What
but
is
I
this?
feel like that whole thing kind of. I don't know if I actually work through how I really feel about that type of technology or de-aging and all of that stuff. So I just kind of haven't went past the point of like, let's just see if it's good. But something is not quite like clicking with me. I don't know if
is it
I don't know
because
if I
like
really like it.
is it because you
The
know
idea.
that it is fake, that is breaking
Maybe
the
that's
reality
what
for
it's
you?
like. I can't. Yeah, my brain won't allow me to fully just enjoy it. It's like my brain's like, "That's fake. You know that's fake, right? You know that's fake." And I'm just like, I just want to be in the moment, but
It
it's
sound
really
like Tim
hard for
talking
me.
you over your shoulder.
Right?
But on top of
But
that,
the
it just
whole
makes
thing
you
is
wonder.
fake. So
Like, it makes you wonder, like, when y'all gonna stop? Y'all just never gonna not do this.
right,
it
this
alone.
is the thing.
It's Disney. It's Disney. They're gonna keep it chugging. Once they're
It's
like,
like-
oh,
No, they're gonna keep honing the shit out of like out of the nostalgia factor of whatever properties they own. Because that's what it is. There's no reason to be in this time period anymore. There really isn't. Like
Nope.
you
No.
can't tell too much more stories. And when they try to leave the time period and try to some shit, they fuck it up. I mean that's why this whole like this what was this High Republic bullshit, and that's why that seems marginally interesting because it's a time period that hasn't really been explored. Well, in this continuity,
And he doesn't
But yet
rely
it's-
on
we've done-
old characters that we
Right.
already
yeah, it still has
Right.
some ties. Like it has Yoda in it,
I mean,
but
it's
it's
got
a
Yoda.
it's a
Yoda
young
linked to
Yoda.
that
It's
shit.
like it's a part of
It's
Yoda
the-
we're
yeah.
not used to, or we don't know about. So it's still feel like it's a different timeline.
It'd be young Yoda. It's young Yoda be hanging at the cantinas pulling bitches.
can't imagine.
This
Back-
you want.
Back with me, you come.
No, no. That's like the sugar daddy. I want to give sugar
Shut
to.
up.
No. Hit that little
Okay.
green thing. Take it to the head, sis. Go on, do it.
Oh my god, what's this? The Force it is.
He's just gonna have to use the force. Don't touch me, sir.
to see my dick, just wait you. Like just wait you see my I don't know. All right, let me stop. But the point is, I don't know. That's scary. Maybe him and Yaddle was bumping uglies like crazy. You never know.
Hang out with Grandmaster Flex.
Yoda having
Grandmaster.
sex conversation. Gross. I don't want to
Hey,
picture it.
hey, remember,
I don't know.
My man was pulling mad gremlin pussy. That's what.
Hey,
my
remember,
God.
Yaddle was on the council. Another one of his species. You can't imagine they were like, how's she getting that council?
Shut up.
You said she's lob on the knob like corn on the cob.
Kid, if I was there, I would hit you so hard in your knee. I would hit you in your
She
weak
said
point,
in your
nigga.
bad knee.
For that
Yaddle.
statement.
Yaddle, Yoda had Yaddle singing, "You only call me when pass."
Fuckboy anthem.
Shit.
Real fuckboy shit.
Yo, if Yoda was a fuckboy, bro, and I want to read the story.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I would like to know what the fuck happened.
The Jedi way to not have attachments. That's the fuckboy way.
That is true. So it kind of works with that lifestyle.
On to the
Attachment
They're
next
for
not
you, I
supposed
got.
to be fucking though. They're not supposed to be
Attachment
fucking.
for you, I got. Yo, you say
That
that.
was a
and
clause.
yet that whole
I
had
know.
kids. You know how many Jedi got kids and shit over the whole history of the Jedi Order?
No, Will. I don't know how many Jedi's got kids.
This is Jedi. Before
I know they
before
fucking
Order
though.
66, before Order 66, one of the masters on the Jedi Council had 3 wives.
Hey man, Tengen, boy.
They were fucking.
Hey, Zaddy.
It was that nigga with the
Zaddy.
long forehead. That nigga had 3 wives. So shit.
Oh, you know, they
Well,
were
he got like
the
4
Jedi
brains
lost
or
their
something
ways.
like that, or 2 brains.
You know, in his
Yeah, I'm
defense, though, they allowed that shit because like his homeworld had a low birth rate, so
Yeah,
they allowed
it's
him
to,
to get
to
married.
keep their
That's
species
why
alive.
he had 3 wives.
He said,
So
yo,
he-
I need to protect the species.
They're like, I guess. Go ahead.
And then we'll give a pass.
Right for this.
Yeah, I just imagine when
Like, we gotta
Mace
short it
was
soon,
like,
my man.
Mace was like, I let it pass.
Right.
Just mad as fuck.
Yeah, watch your species dying out.
I mean, one person alone can't help, repopulate.
That's
the earth.
true, but
That's not
You
how
can
it works.
try.
Okay.
shout out to Tenzin.
We can try,
A
but I
nigga
mean,
can
that's
try.
not how it works. How it works.
All right.
There's an anime
Oh,
with
shout
that
out to
same-
Aang.
There's an anime with that same exact premise.
That wasn't Aang. That was, that was Korra. Korra made sure.
That's true.
Aang couldn't repopulate the whole goddamn air, no man.
I know. I
It
was
wasn't
like,
like,
nigga,
it
no.
wasn't like Tenzin didn't try. Shit.
oh, you got one kid.
Tenzin
was
had
like,
several
That
yeah,
could
kids.
airbend
He had a few
until
kids.
Korra.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, but only one airbender because Kaya was a waterbender, and then Booby didn't have bending into Korra.
I don't think they get to choose
No,
what
but
they
that's
come out.
Aang. I'm saying Tenzin.
Tenzin tried.
Tenzin tried.
Yeah, he
All his
tried. But
And
I'm saying,
Pamela,
but I get
my
what Dre is
pussy's
saying.
on the
Like
break.
that's not enough.
Airbending basically became a shotgun gun for that nigga. That was.
Pamela's like, I want a regular ass baby. God damn it. Got no babies air bending in my face every time it cries. I want a regular ass baby.
Then the baby turned out to be a firebender. Then questions need to be answered. I'm sorry.
In the case of
Wait,
young,
it's making me think too hard right now. I'm
You
like,
are.
so if a baby come out
yo, that baby gonna come out with some
with a
some
bender that's
antibiotics.
completely opposite,
Just look at the eyes. That eyes from Fire Nation.
that is firebender eyes.
Why my baby
All
eyes
right.
ain't gray? That baby don't look
Fire
like
bending
me.
eyes. What are fire bending eyes?
I don't know. And like the waterbenders are kind of like a darker brown too, or like they like a little bit darker. So yeah, that
None
would
of them
be...
kids end up dark.
No, they didn't. Not even Kaya.
Mm.
You talking about Kaya? Wait,
Was Kaya a little
She looked
darker?
10. She looked
Kaya
Like
10.
dark. Yeah,
Katara.
yeah.
Kaya's not.
Katara's daughter, Kaya. Yeah, she
I
dark.
know. Oh, okay. I didn't know. I couldn't remember.
It just stopped at that generation. I'm like,
Oh,
damn.
trust me, I remember a dark skinned character. Shit, Kaya dark skin.
Yeah, I remember darkness.
Just got to get in the right light.
All right. So, I know this may be a shorter list, but what were some things you guys liked from this series so far? I, for
Grogu
one,
and Mando, and everything related to them, their episodes, and that's it.
basically just yeah,
That's it. That's it.
Mandalorian
And
2.5.
Finnick when she did her shit. That's
Yeah.
about it. That's about it. I did not like Boba Fett. Boba Fett failed me at every turn. This nigga literally got pulled out of his past by a big ass Wookiee that walked through his own palace unopposed. Like no one said shit. Like how did it get to that point?
He
First of
had
all,
Like I said,
niggas-
there's
You
been
was
there's,
pissed that he didn't use his jetpack, so.
Oh yeah.
This-
There
this-
was
yeah,
all
like I
that.
said-
was like,
He started using it at the end. Them fucking Power Ranger
Like they
ass Scooters and
remembered.
shit.
wait.
Oh no!
we
And you know
supposed to
what?
be
No,
talking
wait. That
positive.
one nigga, that one light skinned motherfucker that did the most light skinned energy shit.
We're supposed to be-
When he got shot at, he
Where he did
turned
the spin,
around,
the
flipped
spin,
around,
the super
and
spin.
shot. That super spam bullshit. I'm like, yo, this is like light skinned energy that I did not ask for this.
It was kind of really flamboyant.
Like I said, I said that's part of the bucket for the things I didn't like about that whole battle. Just like that battle, like there's a lot of like bad choreography or just bad decisions in all of it that just made no sense. Not just the strategy
You like
component
letting
of
loose
it.
a Rancor and just abandoning it.
Yeah, and then
I
like
like that he was on top of him.
And then, like-
is it Moochie? It ain't Moochie, but I'm gonna call it Moochie. I like that
Yeah.
he was right, Moochie.
it's like why you guys shooting at it and then think is not going to attack you and then like
Wait, you guys were supposed to be talking about the goods, what we liked.
I know.
I mean, I
But
like
we're
that he was
just-
on top of
We
him,
did.
but then it went left.
We did, and then it did, and
Well,
we, and
I
then
Well, no, no,
didn't-
no,
I
anyway, yeah,
wanted to
but
say
yeah,
something
but yes.
about what I
Okay,
liked.
Yeah,
Brady,
things you
what-
like, things
what
you
did
like.
you enjoy?
Things you like, continue.
I liked. Okay, first of all, I like Boba Fett's theme song. Like whenever he comes on screen, I like how that sound. I thought that was just
That's some
Yeah,
trap
perfect
shit.
music.
I would say
Huh?
That was
Go ahead. No, I was gonna say that I did like the audio tracks for this series. Like,
Yeah, I vibed with that.
It took me to realize to the last episode to realize that when they're like hitting that high note, they're saying "fet," because I didn't hear.
really?
Yeah, I
they
did.
saying fat.
Yeah.
they saying
Oh,
Yeah.
I hear it. I mean, I hear it now, but now,
Yeah, see, yeah, oh, yeah.
In your mind's eye, you hear it.
yeah. What else? I liked that. I like the imagery with the Tusken Raiders.
Hmm.
I felt like they explored them, and I learned a lot more about the planet Tatooine, and I also learned more about the Tusken Raider and how not all of them think the same way. So that was cool. I like Finnick, of course. I really wish that I could get to know her better. I know it's not her show or whatever, but
You sure?
I felt like because they were like, hand in hand, I thought maybe we'll dive into a little bit of Finnick's backstory, but we didn't really get that. But and obviously the 2 episodes of Mando. I feel like that itself, those 2 episodes could be a whole nother video because it was so much that I really, really enjoyed about those 2 episodes, like cinematically. And I think that's about it. That's all I really liked. So.
That was a well-rounded response. Go ahead, Brittany. You found some shit to like.
I did. I found some
You
nuggets.
found some shit to like. That was nice.
I did like Black Chrysanthemum. Like, I feel like he really he wrecked some shit, and he's played by a black guy.
All the monsters fuckers was just eyeing that episode. I'm like, I know y'all hoes are looking. I ain't mad.
Yeah, I was like, it was so sweet. I was like,
Yeah, he got shot like 20 times. Like how he just eating these lasers? Like he should most creatures are dead after one hit.
bruh, did fucking Chewie just like he got hit one time?
Yeah,
and
he
then was out of there?
he-
Like,
Yeah, he was in. he was hurt. I remember he was about to chew what's his name's face off. Finn, or rip his arm. He was hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Chris
But,
Hansen.
he's a little sensitive, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
okay. The other one was a gladiator.
This man got shot so many times, and then he was walking fine. After a while, he like, wait, the plot. I'm hurting.
Right? Let me slide this foot.
Carry me. I'm like, nigga, you was just fine. You forgot.
That motherfucker
You
about
got
to
hit?
drop that. My man about to drop the hottest rap album now.
Sanson. His ad libs. But also Mando's new ship. When I saw that they pulled out that M1, I was like, no, they not. They about to get this fool an M1. Oh, he about to be riding in style, like oof. And they put the Hemi on, and they put a Hemi on that bitch. Oof.
Yeah, they put a whole fucking supercharger on that bitch. I'm like, what?
Grogu over here. Press it
What sense does that make?
That was cute. That was really cute.
I was getting mad though. I'm like, stop ignoring my son though. He said, no. Tink, tink, tink. Nigga, you know you hear me in this back seat.
Right.
I know you
Not
mad.
so
You
fast.
gave me this ball now. He's like,
Don't
just
ignore
wait
my
till we
son.
get to this
Okay.
next system. As you wait. Put you in a cargo hold.
Well, at least he can't fuck up shit where he at now.
That's true.
Be in
The baby
everything
boy,
and other
He
shit.
was in everything.
But yeah,
Still remember his little badass getting chased with them spiders? I never saw his asshole ass in that spaceship so fast.
Right?
right? Like, oh, you can't move that quick any other time. You always trying to eat everything. Now he's trying to eat you. You scared.
You're like,
This ain't how it's supposed to be. I miss those frogs. Yeah, I can't wait to see him put that in that bad boy in action. Putting the Star in the Star Wars. Cause yeah, just been this literally like that was like the only real like space segment in this whole bit. But other things I like, yeah, I did like the some of the expansion of Tatooine and came to like the new creatures that they shown, and then seeing a little bit of Mos Espa and also Mos Pelgo. Freetown. Hey, and Cobb Van's still alive. Gotta get that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that shit.
still alive. And that back to tank.
Dun the cat gonna hook you up.
Right?
That shit was wild. I'm like, bro. I wanted him to hum. I kind of wanted him to hum this. I'm like, I'm in the do-rag. Yes, you can. I just kind of wanted that shit. But nah. Yeah, that shit was
Star
wild.
Wars fans will lose their shit.
Now I'm just wondering how he gonna get modded up. Maybe he gonna have some armor or some special. We'll see how that goes.
Tat 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 it up. Tat 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 it up. Don't show it up. Tattoo when you tat it up. Yeah,
Bro, you showing the age, Amy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So wrapping up, this is kind of odd that it's 7 episodes is in comparison to like Mandalorian's always 8 episodes. I'm not sure how many Ahsoka or Obi-Wan is supposed to be, or even Andor.
This is a limited. Well, this is a limited series, so
Right.
we ain't got to do this shit no more.
But as far as we know,
Good.
they
ain't
have,
gotta do
Mandalorian
this.
Air was a 10.
but you never know. You never know.
thought it
We ain't got
say
to
that.
do this shit no
You
more.
say that.
This shit is dead to me, son.
We'll see,
It's
because
dead to me.
you
Fuck
don't.
Boba. Fuck everything they did. Fuck Tatooine. I'm over the shit. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna watch Obi-Wan just for the fact that he just
It's gonna be
doing
a
the same
Tatooine.
old shit.
Y'all let me know when it's good. Y'all let
That's
me
what
know.
I'm saying.
when
Like,
it's
so I'm
good.
saying, like, you at this point, you may be wishing
Hey.
for a second season of this.
Nigga,
with
I am not wishing for more sand. Fuck you.
When
Fuck that.
this new stuff come out, because like I don't have any high hopes for Andor, but you already know that's been renewed for a second
no,
season, and then
Yeah,
hey, it
which-
came out with the first season, so like what?
Yeah, that's insane.
and
That's insane.
and like I'm
I'm not watching Andor. What the fuck?
it was like
Interesting
At
time
least
in Star Wars right now.
At least that made more sense because that's more like a spy, spy genre bullshit. So I kind of that seems more interesting, but at the same time, that motherfucker wasn't interesting.
Yeah, so it's just like,
Yeah.
and so
Like
they're
I know, yeah, my bad.
yeah. I'm just saying like they're taking the interesting characters and interesting content that was there in place, and they're messing it up. That's what I feel, and the new stuff they're coming out with is not interesting, except for like a handful of stuff. Which, like I said, Rogue One, but that's playing off of existing content. Just filling a little
Yeah.
gap. That's all they did.
In Mandalorian, that's about it.
Yeah, yeah. Mandalorian and Rogue One is that's it.
I'm looking
Everything.
forward to Ahsoka. That's about it.
Yeah. And I'm gonna finish watching Rebels, so I could be.
I'm gonna have to watch that too.
And yeah, they have been. There've been more like people being casted in for Ahsoka as well. Um, I mean, is there have they casted someone for Thrawn? I don't know if they have.
Yeah, he already said that he's gonna be the main antagonist.
But they haven't
I
casted
heard
one
I
for.
haven't seen any news about
not
it.
officially, but I mean, this kind of like writing on the wall, literally.
No, I just had this funny feeling that it may end up being Pierce Brosnan, because like
Yeah, writing on the wall, literally.
yeah, from the celebration, yeah. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, other than that, yeah, that was the Book of Fennec Shan. I mean Boba Fett.
Mandalorian
Ben
2.5.
Jaren,
Yeah,
you mean Ben Jaren?
yeah, it
Look at
was.
Ben
And
Jaren.
Grogu
Yeah,
and Luke.
yeah. Of everyone except what the show is titled after, it's like this. Yeah, it was one of those shows. It's like it was okay. Let's make this
And my
about.
baby refused to be a Jedi. He said, "Fuck that shit. Give me my chainmail."
Mandalorian.
Yeah, so yeah, those talks around that too. Were like, where the like we thought Yoda lost his lightsaber, but they said
Yeah,
that
because
may
they
have been a
had it in
backup.
the because they had that shit in the comics. They threw
Yeah.
that shit in the furnace. I
Hmm.
remember reading that shit.
But they said it may be like a backup one he had.
Second,
Yeah.
and there's nothing that says he couldn't have made a new one.
Yeah.
So
But
All right.
well, until next time, this Echo
Until
4.
Mandalorian season 3.
Yeah. Echo 4. Sign out. This is
Bye.
Deuces.